Is it, all right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tammy Sattler-Jones. I'm the Assistant City Administrator, and I'd like to call to order the License and Variance Board meeting for Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015 at 10 o'clock a.m. Board members present to my left is Eric Randall, the City Engineer, and to his left is Brian Marcos, the Deputy Fire Chief. Heather Korn is our Deputy City Clerk, and she will be taking the official meeting minutes. First item for business is a public hearing, variance request V15039, allow freestanding post-structured sign, 0.35 acres, land lot 347, 591 Windy Hill Road, Smyrna, Georgia, 30080. Paula Cho is the applicant, and it's my understanding from community development staff that this particular item has been withdrawn at the request of the applicant. Okay. And with that said, I'd like to entertain a motion, please, to withdraw.
I'll make a motion that for variance request V15-039 to allow a freestanding post-structured sign on 0.35 acres, land lot 347 at 591 Windy Hill Road, that the variance application be withdrawn.
Second that motion.
It's been motioned and properly second that we withdraw variance request V15039 at the request of the applicant. All in favor, please vote. All right, motion passes unanimously. Next item is a public hearing, variance request V15040, allow reduction of front yard setback from 50 feet to 14 feet, 0.35 acres, land lot 347, 519 Windy Hill Road. Paula Cho is the applicant, and this particular agenda item has also been withdrawn at the request of the applicant. And at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
I make a motion that for V15-040, for the reduction of a front yard setback from 50 feet to 14 feet at 591 Windy Hill Road, that the application be withdrawn.
Second that motion.
It's been motioned and properly second that variance request V15040 be withdrawn at the request of the applicant. All in favor, please vote. All right, motion passes unanimously. Next item is a public hearing, variance request V15041, allow increase in the maximum allowable height for a fence in the front yard from 4 feet to 6 feet, land lot 450, 0.42 acres, 2904 La Vista Place. Christopher Bont is the applicant. Can you step to the podium? Good morning. For the record, can you state your name?
Christopher Bunt.
Okay. And can you tell us about your variance request?
I can. So I actually have some pictures here, if I could show you all on the computer. But it's a 6-foot vinyl fence. Eric has actually come out there and seen it with me in person. Mm-hmm. Our lot is a corner lot, so what we're looking to do for the safety of our son and our dogs is just be able to fence in the back portion and the side of the yard with the 6-foot vinyl fence. So it's not actually in front of the house. Mm-hmm. It flows with the way the house is actually laid out on the lot. So it's squared up with the house. It's going to flow with it. It just encroaches on that, I think it's 23.1 foot barrier towards the end of it, which you'll be able to see from the pictures there.
Okay.
This is La Vista. Stevens is here.
Okay.
So this is the fence that runs along La Vista. That's the end closest to the stream. So this side of the house is that side of the house.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Any questions for the applicant? All right. Well, at this time, we'll have comment from Bob Thorne from Community Development.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The applicant is requesting a deviation from the city's maximum allowable fence height in the front yard, section 501.10 of the zoning ordinance, located at 2904 La Vista Place, a corner lot. According to section 1403 of the zoning ordinance, variances must be reviewed under the following standards: whether there are unique and special or extraordinary circumstances applying to the property, whether any alleged hardship is self-created by any person having an interest in the property, whether strict application of the relevant provisions of the code would deprive the applicant of reasonable use of the property, and whether the variance proposed is the maximum variance needed. Community Development has reviewed the request against the variance review standards and found it to be in compliance. Community Development believes that there are sufficient security, safety, and privacy concerns that justify approval of the request. Additionally, several variances have been granted for such a request throughout the city. Therefore, no negative precedent will be set. At the time of the report, Community Development has not received any opposition regarding the request. Therefore, staff recommends approval.
Okay. Any questions for the staff?
No.
All right. This is a public hearing. If anyone else would like to speak regarding this issue, I ask that you please step to the podium at this time. All right. Seeing no one.
I do have one more question for the applicant. Chris, if you could come back up. And my delay here has simply been trying to look. When we met, we had discussed raising the last 3 panels on each side, both on the front yard, as well as the far side.
Yep.
Is that still part of the plan?
It is, yes, it is. The contractor was actually out last week to re-verify that, so I walked over everything with him, and they will be raised. They haven't been yet because they haven't done any other work since you were out there, but yes, the last 3 on the front and on the back will be raised to 6 inches for the creek.
Right, and then the one that runs parallel to the creek does not have to be raised.
Correct.
Good.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay. All right. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
I make a motion to approve variance request V15-41 to allow an increase in the maximum allowable height for a fence in the front yard from 4 feet to 6 feet on land lot 450, 0.42 acres at 2904 La Vista Place, with the added stipulation that the 3 panels on the front and the opposite side be raised at least 6 inches at the base to allow floodwaters to flow underneath.
I second that motion.
Okay, it's been motioned and properly second that we approve variance request V15014 with the said stipulations. All in favor, please vote. All right, motion passes unanimously. Next item is approval of the August 26, 2015 License and Variance Board meeting minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 26th LVB meeting.
I second that motion.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve the meeting minutes from the August 26, 2015 License and Variance Board meeting. All in favor, please vote. All right, motion passes unanimously, and I'd like to declare this meeting adjourned at 10:09 a.m. Thank you.